watching this chip. 85, possible entry at 47.7, long there at 47.7. Possible second fill if we dip a little bit lower. Still sell volume here, but it's been a while since we came in this area. So let's see if we're gonna get a second sell off here. Yeah, you can see those sellers. 55 acting as some support. Yeah, these are new areas we're crashing into right now. I definitely want to be careful with this ticker. Let's see if we get a move back higher. Nope, nope, nope. Still selling off here, unfortunately. This is not looking so good. So let's see how we want to manage this position. Luckily, I did move down my limit order a little bit, but it's been a very so if I slow down a little bit. Possible pivot here. I'm not sure how much, if we're going to get back above the 9 EMA. That's already in the 80s. So we're just going to want to watch this. 167 acting as some resistance. Possible move in the 70s. All right, I'm out of this one. Did I sell too soon? I don't know. I had a different trade in mind and it did not work out, so I ended up closing this one. I took a bit of a loss there. I've been slightly green, slightly red all morning. It's just not been my day. Anyway, guys, welcome back here. Good morning. It's March 11th. It's Thursday. Oh yeah, okay. I could have closed for a profit. I could have closed for a profit there. I closed at 66. Now it's at 77. My goal was a quick test here and then a continuation. So my thesis was wrong. You guys always ask me, Alex, how do I know when to close a trade? Why do I close trades? When my thesis is wrong, when it's no longer true. So my idea was wrong, so I closed it. So there we go. Let's keep trading here. It's 9:02. Honestly, pre-market today was pretty bad, pretty slow and boring. NVFY had some good opportunities, but they were just short-lived and it was kind of over before it began. So I'm thinking ENTX, we might see something coming out of ENTX. And actually, let me take my headphones out. Anyway, guys, good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's been a weird morning. You know, I could have got green on this one. It's a little bit annoying. I've just constantly up and down today without any good streak. And NVFY, which we can review in a little bit, I gave back so many profits on for no reason. I called out this perfect move in my mind. It did exactly what I wanted, and somehow I lost 400 on it. And I was like, oh, that was the sloppiest trading I did in a while. RBLX had a massive rally, huh? Had a little bit, it had a huge spike at the open, dipped a little bit afterwards, didn't hold its highs, but then it ripped right back on up and then had some pre-market highs. I don't know where it is now, but heck of a ticker, or heck of an it wasn't an IPO, it was a direct listing. But yeah, I'm not, man, oh man, talk about selling too soon. This would have been a real winner here. ENTX, let's keep watching this one. I mean, we have a lot of opportunity here. Let's see if this one goes back in the... No, it's not really sinking. That's good volume we're seeing here. Obviously, this ticker has got huge resistance, but I think we got upside till about 6 before seeing major resistance. So there's opportunity for sure. Remove the limit order for now. Dang, oh dang. Talk about selling too soon, huh? A little nervous with this setup. The 5 minutes not really nice on this one, so I don't think I'm going to buy this pullback. There could have been a fake out. Well, at least I avoided that one. Yeah, so I actually, like, my idea was right. My timing was off. You know, my entry was a little bit too soon. I could have maybe considered averaging down, but yep. That's a tricky day so far. We can pull up NVFY. You can kind of see here. Had a kind of false breakout here. I ended up buying this one, but selling too soon. Had a little dip trade here, wasn't really great. Then I did one really good trade here, and then I gave it all back buying here at the highs because I had an accidental partial size fill up here, 440. I wanted to sell it, didn't get my sell. Still had my leftover limit order. It got slammed when it went back, and then I closed out here for a loss, and I was like, oh no, I wanted to buy the pullback. I don't know, it was just everything I wanted to do here didn't work, even though I wanted, you know, to originally buy this whole pullback here, but that was a little bit stressful. And yeah, here was a little bit of a test trade. I was trying to flatten out as a market order, which, to be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I do trip over myself sometimes for not being able to get out quick enough, so I don't know. It would be nice if there was a flatten button that placed the limit order on the ask. I think that would be my favorite. Or even a limit order on the bid. But either way, just place the limit order. So I don't know. I'm not trading GME. I'm not even really looking at it too much. Yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on here. Obviously, you know, no surprise the markets are open or up. I mean, although it is a little bit, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news situation with the whole stimulus package. The Senate passed it, so now it's really up to Biden to sign it, which I'm sure he's going to do as soon as possible. So that's really good. Today's the 1-year anniversary of coronavirus, when it was officially a pandemic by WHO, World Health Organization. And it's also the 10-year anniversary of Fukushima, so we can review a little bit more news later, but I still want to watch ENTX just for a little bit. Yeah, violet right here in the middle is my VWAP, and the two lines, the mustard one and the kind of maroon one, is it's 2 standard deviations. Oh, I see Bren's doing some... Bren's always been the Mara Riot guy. Yeah, so see this 5-minute setup, it wasn't very clean. That's why I never ended up buying this pullback here. I'm not super surprised it's flushing right now. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself that I traded this right here so badly. I started today red, I went in the green, I went back red, I went in the green, and now I'm red again. So it's, you know, it hasn't been the best day for me yet. But maybe since, you know, pre-market's not so great, maybe we're going to have a better open. Unfortunately, TOS was so bad yesterday at the open. So laggy, so bad. So, I don't know, we're in a tight position. Obviously, you know, let's play it safe. Let's be calm and collected, wait for the good opportunities, and get aggressive when they come to us. Other than that, you know, there's no need to go too crazy today. Yeah, Jacob, seriously. Two not so great anniversaries. It's all over the news though, so if you're going through the headlines, we can quickly run through them. It's pretty much what we're going to be seeing here. March 11th, 2020, the day it changed everything. When WHO declared a pandemic, there you see it. House gives final approval to 1.9 trillion COVID relief package. So, overall, kind of, it seems like good things in terms of progress here. Is this Sandy from SpongeBob? GameStop AMC back in the news. That's a little bit exhausting. But, well, the positive side is it probably brings a lot of new traders to the markets, which might be good, but it's not really the best way to be exposed to the markets. Fukushima a decade later. Warren Buffett's net worth hit 100 billion. I was reading all through all the news this morning, and pretty much what I was talking about earlier with the, 1-year coronavirus anniversary, 10-year Fukushima anniversary. It's kind of focused around that. In terms of new cases, nice to see us going really, back to some below the highs of the last high. That's or the this big high here. That's really good to see that. We had some spikes, but hopefully those don't continue. Worldwide, definitely down as well. Unfortunately, the country I'm in right now is literally going in the opposite direction, but yeah, that's how it goes. They're at least where I am here, they're Couture, they're trying to be pretty strict with things. Brian. Um, 303 Darth Bobby. Probably light speed is where I would go for day trading. Weeble's great for they have a really nice cloud solution, right? Their browser-based platform is pretty sweet. I think it's probably one of the best, honestly. I also really like the fact that Webull has full extended hours trading. I think that's fantastic. Really gives Webull an edge. In terms of swing trade portfolio, we have another nice little green day so far. We are up again on our swing trade portfolio. To think that this account was down 5K, now it's only down 400, is nice. So we still have a bunch of positions that aren't doing so hot, but yeah, we'll see how to go from here. XL is a ticker we talked about a little bit yesterday. I might actually end up closing. I think shorts need to close or need to cover. There's so much resistance here around 13. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to run through it. But if we do, I would probably consider closing, I don't know, really anywhere between low 13 and low 14. I think I would probably end up closing this one. I'm not really sure if we're going to come back here to 16 or so, but we'll see. Yeah, today was definitely a Webull pre-market, 4 to 7 kind of trading day, it felt like. Yeah, for sure. I'm the same way, Darth Bobby. But if I'm not day trading, then I don't need a desktop solution. I feel like all the time. Sometimes it's just nice to have an alternative, quicker solution. ENTX here, guys, 916 could be forming a good 5-minute setup. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I'm not sure if VWAP's going to hold here. Quickly run to the restroom, fill up my water. I'll be right back. A little bounce there off the lows. NVFY also just had a double bottom at 6.5. Me personally, the trader designation with IRS doesn't really make a difference. They do have some things about changing, realizing profits that aren't actually realized, which are kind of interesting, but I don't think the designation really makes sense for most people. Brian. Another 10 minutes here before the open. Oops, I just clicked a weird button that totally removed what I was working on. My watch list, yeah, AVO. Okay, well, it's going to be added again here. So ENTX is definitely by far one of the more interesting lead gappers here. It was gapping up around 200%. Now it's around 180. 32 million market cap. 14 float. We could talk about this catalyst here. Announces positive top line phase 2 biomarker data. Showed a significant increase in biomarker marker. That's good. So ENTX, I like it the most at the moment because it has a catalyst that we can work with here. It's perfectly in the range of things we're looking for usually with tickers. These small caps, so I really like it. History here on it, big move today. $4, 420 is definitely big support, so I'm going to be looking at that area. Four or 5 is acting as decent support as well. Once we're over 5, we could run pretty quickly to 6 and maybe 630 or so. So that's really what I'm looking at. It wasn't super overtraded pre-market because it kind of popped up here a little bit later. Around 8:30 it started popping, so it might be really good. NVFY, which I am the most down on, but all these tickers I'm not really up or down that much. Yeah, ENTX, I just gave back all my profits on that last trade. NVFY, I've had a tricky time trading this one. On the 1 hour, it looks like there could be a good potential coming up. Potential play coming up. 5 minute looks a little bit more bearish. My problem with this ticker is I have yet to find any news on this one. There was an article that came out, but it pretty much said the same thing, that there is no news about this ticker. This morning, it appears that NVFY stock is rocketing without any specific news. So most likely, this article pretty much just came out because it was a hot ticker. So I think this website's really just trying to profit from lead gapper and people searching for information about it. So I don't know. This might just sell off the rest of the day. So I'm not crazy about NVFY. Good news on NVFY is that 4 million float, 15 million market cap. So even if this, ticker, if this furniture company here based in California does, attract enough people, it could still rip for no reason. So don't want to undermine it. Appreciate that, Sasa and Carmela. Good to see you again, Carmela. I feel like it's been a bit. Yeah, 303. No, it wasn't that. I refreshed my ad update post. I was editing this post and I refreshed it and I lost the information I was working on. That was what's happened. But I appreciate trying to help. Dorito is calling out BTGR. This looks like an OTC. I'm not too interested in OTCs. Well, we got another 3 minutes here before the market opens. It's like one of those mornings where I can cross my legs a little bit and just probably relax more than anything. In terms of consolidation, first leg and then consolidation, I think ENTX is looking pretty hot for that. So I definitely like what I see here. Just go to the 4-hour view again. We're at an interesting pullback zone right now. Let's go to a 1-hour chart, see how this ticker opened up in the past. Nothing really too detailed. Looks like here, this was the last year in July 23rd, we were trading this one. Had also a nice leg to the upside, but it never really held that, dipped down. Had a bit of a shakeout here in the, or, you know, doji candle, but then started selling off. And this no longer too interesting false breakout there. Ben, we're down a little bit so far pre-market. We're down 136 at the moment. Mostly my fault. I mean, it wasn't the great pre-market, but I also did some really sloppy trading today. So, you know, I was working on taxes this morning, and I feel like every time I work on taxes, I'm always super delirious by the time the market opens. Maybe I'll you know, tomorrow I'll just leave it for the weekend or something. Nice little pop there back on NVFY. We were just going over the reasons, though, why I'm a little bit skeptical with NVFY. So we'll see how we want to trade this open. Maybe we'll get aggressive, but definitely not going to try to overstay my welcome on this kind of ticker. So on ENTX, we'll watch it together. Yeah, for our company, it's not that difficult. I've been doing it for like 6 years now, or 7. Maybe longer for a while. So it's kind of, I have my to-do list and I, you know, go through it all. It's not too much work. And then I'd use TurboTax to kind of second check everything. The accounting is really what takes the longest, right? TurboTax, you just kind of plug in the numbers at the end of the day. All right, guys, good luck, everyone. Eyes on the prize here. I'm going to watch ENTX here with you guys at the open, and I got NVFY on my second screen, so good luck, everyone. Here we go. Maybe ENTX is going to have a bit of a double bottom at 4.3. I don't know. Technically, 5 minutes, this is a big support zone. NVFY over VWAP, big volume there on the open. Same with ENTX, big volume at the open. No trades yet, though, for me. I'm going to be kind of cautious here. Yesterday, there was some serious lag on TOS. LGVN, guys. Really interesting one. Big move there. Left heart syndrome. Proved. I'm watching LGVN on my second screen right now. It's at all-time highs, guys. Keep an eye on it. I'm watching ENTX as well. ENTX just had a red to green. I'm watching LGVN. Up 60%, 18 million shares outstanding, 220 million market cap, kind of big. Has a FDA approval catalyst, so that looks really good. I think that people are going to take their eyes off ENTX a little bit. Keep that in mind. False, red to green, fake out. Oh, LGVN also sold off. $10 bigger support though. I'm going to move ENTX on my second screen. LGVN just had a doji. I mean, huge support here, roughly at 10. Bigger support again at 9. All-time high here at 1250. A lot to watch. Lot to watch, lot to watch. Put a low limit order in here just because it's kind of flushy. Maybe we'll get a fill for the break of 12.5. I'm looking for LGVN for a break of 12.5. This one was very lightly traded pre-market and has news. %15 pop there. Small size here. See if we can get our feet wet with this ticker. 5K. Looking for that break of 12.5. LGVN, watching, looking for the break of 12.5. Didn't get it, unfortunately. Putting another fill in here. Still having some issues though on this one. Yeah. Not really holding. I'm watching ENTX on my second screen. $83. Don't really want to see this break. Yeah, okay, this is a loser, it looks like. Yeah, not looking too hot. Good thing we did smaller size. You know, there was some opportunity here, so I didn't want to, you know, totally discredit it. We were up like $200-300 for a bid on it. You guys saw that, but can't hold on to a loser. So let's see if we can get a better exit here. I'd like to see this go back above 11. Taking profit there, or closing for a loss there, cutting my losses, I should have said, sorry. LGVN, we're out of that one. I'm watching ENTX on my second screen. I'll put an alert here on LGVN, see if we start breaking higher. On the 5-minute, the volume looks really good on this play, so maybe it's still an opportunity, you know? I definitely used smaller size, and that was a right decision. I was kind of hoping we would get a little bit more of a pop, though. NVFY is still selling off here as well. PHUN was kind of an interesting one. ENTX making good moves. Remember, ENTX has probably the best stats behind it with news, good float, good market cap, good room to run. 5.5. This is a critical spot here at 5.5. Let's keep watching this one. Right now we're down 410 on the day. Starter size at 31. Oh, just missed my entry. Possible break at 5.5. No, it's looking a little shaky. LGVN back above, so it held. Is this the break now? Boom! There's the break. Long ENTX. Nice move there. Bit of a flag setup. See if we can get some follow through here. Closing this one. I would like to rebuy it. Closed a hair too early. All my winners so far have been stopping out too soon today. Oh, like usual, but today more so than anything, I've been a little extra sloppy here today. Oh well, it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, base hit, just made a small $100. A base hit after a loss is always kind of a good way to loosen up again. All right, guys, I'm still just kind of watching here. So far, I haven't had really a good play yet. LGVN, you know, this was unfortunately a small loser. NVFY didn't really amount to much. ENTX, like we were thinking, really was the one to play. Still in a solid uptrend here. Next big resistance at 6, maybe even 620. Yeah, it's struggling here a little bit at 565. Long, small size, or actually full size there at 16. I'm not Not sure how this one's going to behave. See if we can take some profits off the table, if that's possible. No, still selling off here. A little bit of right momentum. Again, taking some profits. Let's hope I didn't take them too soon again. No, I did. All right. That's fine. Last entry was at 16. Just being careful here. Just being careful. It hasn't really been my day so far, so I'd rather wait for more conservative setups. I don't mind getting aggressive. I'll jump on a more aggressive move if that's what it looks like. We're getting a lot of fall through, but this is huge support here at 20. We got the 9 EMA, and we have the support zone, this red support line, which is a multi-day, multi-month support zone. We have VWAP right below it. So well, not right below, it's like 7-8% down. So you are risking here another drop. So, I'm trying to be a little cautious here. Unfortunately, I'm not really getting the, my timing's a little bit off, it seems like today. So we're digging ourselves out of the hole a little bit. We're only down 140 now. I'd like to see this going over 565 fairly soon before I feel super comfortable jumping in on it again. Possible fake out here at 5.5. Right now it's 9:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. $5.14. Is it gonna hold? It's got to break through 5.5 with some pretty good relative strength. Right now the volume's a little bit lighter. It could shift any moment. Technically this pullback is pretty healthy. It has declining sell volume, declining volume in general on the sell-off. So that's good. These are good signs. Boom! There's the move higher. That's what we were all waiting for. Let's see if we can get a continuation past 5.7. Ah, missed my entry there. 5.71, there's good. Upside till 6, I would argue. 7.5, nice. Into the 80s. Let's see. Size there at 48, smaller size this time. TOS was a little laggy there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Price went over my sell order, but we didn't get out at first. Might do a re-entry on this one. We just got long size there, but it's flushing a little bit. Stronger sell volume than I would have liked for sure. I just tried to close out there. I don't know if you guys saw that. Didn't get the closeout though. Giving it one more opportunity here, otherwise I'm out. Yes, that's a lot of sell volume for sure. So we managed that first round pretty well. Then we got stuck here in that flush that I had some feeling that we might see it. TOS is also just not as responsive as I would have hoped for. Possible move back into the 30s. Let's see if we're going to get that. New minute starting in 10 seconds. All right, I'm out there. Closed my trade for a small loss, unfortunately. Yep, this is pretty much wrapping up like the whole day so far. I've been up, I've been down, I've been up, I've been down. Right now I'm down. Trying to dig myself out of this hole, but it's proven to be very challenging today. We're not getting the best resolution. Fortunately, LGVN popped me in the wrong direction first trade. NVFY is coming here to 5.5, which could be acting as huge support. Good thing we got out of ENTX because it ended up flushing here. So I unfortunately didn't get out where I wanted to. I tried to stop out earlier. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but at least I got out as soon as possible after that didn't work, and we avoided this big flush, which is that's 11, almost over 10% move. It looks like it's like almost exactly 10%, but I guess it's where you count from. Either way, in 3 candles, just about a 16% dip. That's pretty hectic stuff. Pretty hectic stuff indeed. Oof, oof, oof. That sell-off was nasty. Coming back here to PHUN, I see you guys talking about it. Yeah, nice move on PHUN for sure. Oh, with all my trading on ENTX, I'm actually still up on that ticker. Oops. Sorry, Corey, I just clicked the wrong button. Did you see that? On your name. I was scrolling through. What words do I say that Ross Cameron says? I mean, that totally makes sense. We're both trading gappers, so I would assume that we're saying the same thing every 5 seconds. Here's a possible move to 3 on PHUN, looking good. That sell-off on ENTX was pretty nasty. If anything, I'd probably even call ourselves borderline lucky. It's just my winners today just aren't keeping up with my losers, which is quite unfortunate. So let's see if we can get into the green, and then we'll kind of figure out how we want to continue the day. Nice pop there on PHUN. Super sweet pop. USA software app, PHUN. I'm not sure what it was doing pre-market, but 110 market cap, 40 float. Looking pretty good. 50% is what it was doing. That was actually pretty sweet pre-market action. I did trade PHUN pre-market. Yeah, enhanced digital. Yeah, this was one of the ones that got deleted when I accidentally refreshed my watch list. That was a bit annoying. Dig outside the hall. I don't think I've said that yet. Take off the table. Yeah, that's a classic term all day traders use. Compared to Ross. That's not a bad comparison. Oh yeah, oh my god. Mostly sunny. Good call on that. I totally forgot to do that. Time of force today, guys. Don't forget. Thanks for that reminder, mostly sunny. CMT being called out. I don't know, maybe a swing trade, but day trading, it's not interesting. PHUN still rocketing here. I like what we're seeing with this one. Huge resistance though at 3, making me quite nervous. Right now it's 952. Could easily do a bit of a flush. Possible break of 3. Let's see what happens. If things breaks 3, it's gonna be looking really good. ENTX selling off here. Possible even break at 4-5. It's really rough. Whew, you guys see those sellers at 3 just chilling there. Oh man, that was a heavy amount of sell orders. Still watching ENTX. PHUN just had a false breakout there. Could be starting its backside move, but it's hard to say. Oi, oi, oi. All right, we're getting a lot of sell-offs right now. NASDAQ up 1.5% though, so at least our swing portfolio should be doing all right. PHUN might get halted if it does another candle this size. Down to 66. That was a lot of sell volume. It's been a tough day. Ooh-wee. Let's see if PHUN dips below 66. Maybe some serious sell-off. I'm not sure. I was thinking we might get a move towards VWAP, but it doesn't really look like it. All right, ENTX bouncing off of 4-5 and PHUN possibly finding support. Still not a trade for me. Could be a dip buy as it goes into the low 6s. So I'm kind of just trying to watch it. See if he goes a little bit lower. I would consider dip trading this one. Doesn't look like it's going to get halted here. It's already bouncing a bit. I was thinking about maybe an entry off the low 6s. Went to like 6.5. I was hoping we would crack 6.5 and then I could maybe jump on an order, but yeah, it's not really looking like it. Tennis might happen. That's hilarious. I'm already excited for an IPA myself. I see you guys talking about some IPAs. We've been accumulating IPAs at the local grocery store here. Found a really nice one. All right, here we go. Possible move under 65. Watching. Hit 64, 63 even. It's a little bit of a different play now. I would have wanted that original sell-off because it kind of was winding up for a bigger pop. Now it's, you know, it's a second move. I don't really like trading that second move. Yeah, it's just, I kind of missed the upside, the front side move on PHUN. I'm just kind of looking for scraps, I feel like, which is a little bit annoying. Almost 10 o'clock. NVFY really disappeared with volume. It's at huge support right now, so we might have somewhat of a dead cat bounce coming up with NVFY. I'm gonna box it in a little bit. Yalla. Oh, what a weird ticker name. Great day in the markets overall in terms of the larger caps. So it might be taking some of the steam away from the small caps. Either way, we've had a phenomenal week here with the small caps, so I couldn't be more stoked. Even if we ended in the red today, I can't really complain too much. It's been a great, this would be my first red day of the month. Oh man, that's almost depressing. But it's also really not depressing at the same time. But let's keep trading here. If there's opportunity, we'll go for it. Otherwise, you know, want to just trade what's in front of us. Yeah, so it looks like NVFY did find that support. It has some upside potential, but I'm not crazy about this move so far. ENTX is huge resistance, roughly at like 510. I'm not sure if it's going to break it back above that. And there goes NVFY for that bottom bounce a little bit. I mean, this is a confirmed 5-minute breakout right now, so that's not looking too bad. I know I got ENTX on my second screen, Aaron, but I don't know. Yeah, Bon, all YouTube videos are at the minimum 10 seconds behind. Right now I have no delays on OBS or YouTube, and it's still 10 seconds behind, so that's good as I can get it. Ooh, NVFY just did a bit of a flush there. Yeah, that's why I'm not really chasing these kind of tickers. The bottom bounce happened, but that was it. ENTX now really, you know, crawling up so hard. So it broke that 510. Actually became a little bit more interesting here, but at the same time, a bit more risky as well. Corey says, haven't taken a trade yet, man. I honestly don't blame you. Oh. false breakout of pretty much 5 to 55. Just gave back all of it in that one move. Let's watch this one. Might see something in the 70s. Dip by potential. Another 30 seconds in this minute. Ten more seconds. New minute. I don't know if we're gonna really dip much lower. We almost hit 79. We're bouncing already. Possible entry under 80. Long under 80. Went to 76. Creep in here. Looking for a move over 85. Taking profits. Quick move, very quick move. I kind of want it to go bigger size. Made back some of my losses again. It's been such an up and down today, guys. Such an up and down. PHUN, guys, look at this one. Back at it again. Velocities, wondering about space for a swing trade. Can you remind me after 10:30? And we'll definitely look at it. Right now I'm still focused. ENTX trying to break back above 5. I'm gonna run to the restroom quickly. All right, guys, we're back. So a few dip trades. I was really hoping we'd be, buying near breakouts, buying pullbacks on a, on an upside move, but it looks like almost dip trading has been a bit more profitable for me today. NVFY really close to breaking 5.7. This ticker actually might be some decent opportunity. But you're going to be really scalping it for sure. It's going to be a slow mover and might be a little painful. PHUN, I kind of missed this one. I technically wanted to buy here at 62, but I wanted to buy this red candle. If this green candle was the red candle, I would have felt more comfortable with that. ENTX having a breakout here. It's 10.08. I think the bigger sell-offs on ENTX has a lot of people on edge. It definitely has me on edge. That's without a question. It was amazing, Aaron. Absolutely amazing. LGVN had a nice little bottom bounce here at 9. This is a zone we were talking about earlier. It kind of took my eyes off of it. PHUN flushing now. 2.5 though, bigger support. Maybe it's going to bounce off of that area. Last flush was about 12%. It almost feels like it's going to get halted. ENTX looks just so sketchy to be trading right now. Like, I want to be trading it, I just know I feel like I probably shouldn't be trading it. PHUN has kind of like really historically aggressive sell-offs, even pre-market. Oh, ENTX trying to break that new high, or not new high, but get back towards an uptrend. Unboxing PHUN a little bit. So if it does sell off here below 5, I'll get notified. Breakout on ENTX. Yeah, it's been a tricky one to trade for sure. Wow, it held that area really well. 3%. This is really the one of the better tickers we got today. But I think a lot of people are nervous trading this one because it had a lot of flushes today. Pre-market, it was a little bit nicer to trade. It was still tricky. So I almost feel like if it looks like a good setup, it might actually be the time not to trade it. A bit of like reverse psychology there. NVFY. This ticker is trying so hard to get back in the green. PHUN just had that crack. Uh-oh, ENTX looking really aggressive here on this sell-off. Oh, already bouncing though. Man, this ticker's been such a chop fest. SLGG, I saw you guys calling that out in the chat room. Good call. Definitely had a big pop there. It's near big resistance, but this pullback was just about picture perfect, so definitely a good call on that. Super League Gaming to buy Mob Crush stock deal. Fairly little volume for today, mainly because it just kind of started moving. I mean, the flushes this one has is next level. I'm a little undecided what to trade right now. I don't really feel like anything makes me super excited. We got SPPI, ticker we haven't really looked at much today, at some bigger support right now. Possible double bottom on this ticker. PHUN just broke kind of a significant zone. ENTX looks like it's possibly setting up for a flush right now. Scalpy conditions, if at best. I think PHUN closer to maybe the 30s would be a bit interesting. I don't know if like it'll get to the 30s, but just closer, because you're buying this one on the backside. So I would rather have like a really good potential entry than like some mediocre looking for a reversal kind of entry. Yeah, here's the possible. Yeah, there it goes a little bit more. I mean, the sell volume on this one's pretty strong. ENTX moving up again. Buyers there at 45, they just instantly got chipped. You guys see that? A lot of sell volume here. This thing's primarily sell volume. Maybe do a small size at 43, remove that order. Bigger sell off so far. This would be a backside dip trade entry. Typically these look for reversals back to the 9 EMA. Yeah, there was the bounce, so it went down to 43. I was thinking about going long at 43, but I would have liked something even more. ENTX or even further down. Yeah, this is the move I was so worried about, and this is why I didn't trade any of this. Which sucks, because ENTX I was actually really looking forward to today to trade. You know, pre-market I fumbled on this ticker so much. Nice top review. Happy to hear, man. It's a slow day, but guys, if you're enjoying the stream, if you're learning something, don't forget to drop a like. I really do appreciate that. It looks like I'm down still. It's been a bit of a back and forth kind of day for me, so not really the most interesting. But you know, this has been a great month. It's been a great week as well. So you know, it was guaranteed that we weren't going to get the best opportunities at one point. PHUN looks like it's going to sell off again here. Where's PHUN going to see some bigger support? It looks like it had a bit of resistance slash support zone somewhere here around 4.3, maybe even 4.4, somewhere in this area. Maybe the biggest, most notable one is at 22. Now there's a proper dip. Heck yeah, top review. I like to hear that, man. I would also like to see one of these tickers do at least something worth maybe jumping on. NVFY had that big sell-off at 6, never was really able to hold this area. No surprise there. I mean, this was one of those tickers we were talking about pre-market that most likely was going to sell off all day. And the reason we said that, if you guys remember, is because this ticker had no catalyst. And there was even a random article that came out that reasserted the fact that this ticker had no catalyst. So, yeah, that's what we're getting today. Sean saying ENTX holding ascending support on the 5-minute. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But it's also descending resistance, which means we're setting up a pennant pattern, which is one of my least favorite kind of setups on any sort of stock. These are fairly unpredictable to trade, and it's a coin toss in my eyes. Mogo being called out. Light volume. Not for me. But could be some opportunity. It's a slow mover as well. I mean, this whole move 9%, that's okay, but this move here is 2%. Nine two is probably a zone worth watching as well. Could be. Mitchell's in ENTX at 490 looking for everyone to get squeezed. I love it. Bring on the squeeze fest. I would like to see some squeeze action. I would like to see action in general. I would just like to see something that's tradable. Wouldn't mind sipping on a coffee or something right now. 1023. What's it gonna give us? Great entry, by the way. Mitchell, even it's been cruising since 490, so that was a really good one. I'm trying to break above the pennant here, the ascending or descending resistance there at 5.5. This would be a very dangerous place to be buying. Even if it breaks out, it'll most likely retest, which would be a better entry in my eyes. Boom! Okay. Wow. Big runner. 1040. This thing decides to take off. We have that big resistance at 6 that we're finally getting above. It's really good to see that. 6.1. Holding, it's holding. Possible move over 6.1. Let's see what happens here. 83 is the low of this candle. $83 held again. Let's see if we can break 6.1. Wasn't the quickest move. I think we're going to see 83 maybe sooner than later. Possible break of 83 even. Nope. Whew. So that's where the limit orders are hiding. New minute starting really, really soon. I'm gonna place a limit order just in case. $76 found support. Maybe it's gonna break it. I don't know. Ooh. I was a little bit too conservative there on my order. 9 EMA at 60, or actually at 54. We didn't get our fill. Let's see how this one behaves from now. I'm just watching it, trying to be a little cautious here. I don't really see why not. That was a big breakout. It's gonna, a lot of shaky stuff happens there. It's 1027. 620 is that next big zone. All right, good to see some power back in here. I like what we're seeing. I'm being a little bit cautious here. I've had a hard time trading ENTX, but that was a great pop there at 5.7, 8% move. I was too cautious. I'm not the biggest fan of the pennant pattern breakout, so I just decided not to really jump on this one too hard. ENTX is definitely the most interesting right now. $730 million volume is a pretty serious amount as well. LGVN actually kind of recovered a little bit here as well. It's a good move, good move. I'm watching ENTX on my second screen. I just want to see what else is popping. Yeah, this is the big sell-off in PHUN I was kind of waiting for. Nice. Good to hear that, Mitchell. Got to say, LGVN had a really solid move. I love trading these right when they bounce back above the 9 EMA. If I saw this one, or not the 9 EMA, key support, if I saw this one, I would have wanted to trade it at 9, but I missed it. I don't like to trade the second attempt, so I think that one's over. Going back to ENTX, this is, clearly the gapper today, so I love what we're seeing. 620, roughly big resistance. Next spot is around 7. Right now, having a little bit bigger of a sell-off. Five-minute potential there as well. That hectic ticker, that's very hectic. PHUN still selling off. $25 getting chipped. Didn't make it though. Let's do another retest. Let's see. Usually there's always at least two attempts, sometimes 3 or more, but that's that's getting pretty rare. I probably would have been chopped out there on that last move. Move under 6, a slow move under 6 could be worth following up on. So we had a failed breakout there at 626. Let's see if we can try that again. No, maybe we're gonna have a pullback. Nope, 26 breaking. No. question is, you know, what kind of move are we going to get? Right now, the volume has been going down. Price has been slightly going up, but it's really been getting stuck at around 620 to 626 now. So maybe we're going to start testing the downside here. Trying to think if 60 is even going to hold. I would argue yes. I think it's going to have this pullback and then it's going to try again for 626. That's kind of what I'm thinking here. I would like to ideally buy a little closer to that 90 EMA. I think I missed my entry. I didn't even really attempt to make an entry, but that's kind of where I was looking for a possible zone. Right below 6. We never went below 6. We went to like 605 or 603 or something like that. Here we go for that potential move over 626. Boom! Still not trading it though. It's not really my setup. So I was wondering about schedule K1. We could talk about those more later. I get one every year. It's 1034. Usually I'm not trading so much at 1034, but we have good activity. Plus I'm slightly red, and I was thinking if we see a good bit more activity and I like it, I'll keep trading. So far I haven't really liked it, so I haven't been trading since 10. But now we're seeing a nice little pump here, a bit more action. We have next resistance at 7, so I like what I'm seeing. But you know, ultimately, you know, just staying overly cautious, I would argue. Boo! Love to see the action coming in though. Nice to see that. This could be a little bit of a pump towards 7, and then ideally, you have that all-time high at 7.6. Nice action. All right, the sticker's waking up. I don't like the fact that it's breaking to new highs on lower volume. $10.35 now. Ooh, what a run there at 6.9. Congrats to anyone that nailed that trade. You know, in hindsight, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, I was way too conservative thinking on this one, but wasn't always the wrong decision today. Possible break at 7 here. All right, I like it. Even though I'm not trading it, I like to see this because it always reminds me, okay, we got good action. Doesn't always really matter what time it is. It's just, you know, it's refreshing to see that. So it's a lot of times we'll have a lot of tickers kind of failing off, you know, starting around 10:30, sometimes earlier, sometimes a bit later, but this one's really kicking it. So I like to see that if it's with or without me. Boom, instantly running to that next price target at almost 8, 7.6. Remember we were talking about 7.6 being all-time highs? Huge spot right here. Heck yeah. Right now it's over a second deviation on VWAP, so that's big. Doesn't really have the volume to keep up with it. That's why it's over second deviation here. So we're getting divergence going on here. Increase in price, but decrease in volume. That's sometimes a very risky sign. 1037. It's gonna be hard to break back over that 758. This actually could be it. We just had a hammer candle. This could be a move higher. Yep. No, it's all eyes on that 58. So far, a lot of sell volume coming in on this candle. This could have been a fake out. Five-minute volume looks much better, I would argue, than the 1 minute. Right now it's at pretty much right shy of all-time highs, ENTX. Just try it again for that breakout. 14 million float, Israel Biotech, 32 million market cap with a phase 2 data. That was very positive. Oh, that was a close move. Nice 1AP Pro, happy to hear. It's kind of good fun just watching this pump. I wasn't really thinking I was going to trade it. I was thinking, maybe if we see a really, really good opportunity, ultimately you had to get a little bit more aggressive on ENTX here. And it seemed like in the past when I was getting more aggressive on ENTX, I was kind of getting burned. So I wasn't really trading it. I thought maybe we would get some sort of opportunity that kind of speaks to me a little bit more, but I don't know. It's tough to say. Most likely, I'm done. But yesterday, right when I said I was done, I was like, I should have gave it like 10 more minutes because I could have wrapped it up really good. So that's why I'm just sitting here waiting. Yeah, I don't know. 775. This is big. All-time high here on ENTX. It's good to see that here at 778 now. Man, this ticker's just chugging along. Everything's looking pretty sturdy on it. My biggest probably pet peeve on ENTX this current time is the 1 minute volume. It's like a little bit suspicious, but other than that, it's looking pretty clean. If you guys have any tax questions, every now and then I see random tax stuff coming in the chat. Just feel free to email me. It's quite specific questions usually. We could talk about it. But it's hard to elaborate right now when I'm watching a ticker on like schedule K1 or something like that. ENTX went to 787. Now it's having its first bigger sell-off. Had a great rally there from 490. That was a 60% move. Absolutely huge. I mean, this ticker's got a lot of power today. Getting a little red on the 5-minute. There's the first really major red candle in a while. Let's see how this one goes down. Yeah, boom, there's a bigger dip. Backside moves here, potential. Backside moves can be quite fun. So let's see what happens here at 787. We had that high. We got one bigger red candle. We had the next red candle bouncing at 6.8. That's not that big of a dip. I mean, still a 13% move. It's definitely no joke. But we've seen bigger moves to the downside on this ticker. So you do really want to be careful trading these backside moves. $86 looks like it might even dip here again. 10 seconds till a new candle. Ended up holding there at 7. Now bouncing back over 7. There it is, 7.3, 7.4. Yeah, so we went down to about 82, 83 maybe, bouncing up about 3%. Remember, these are backside moves now. CB looking really, really quickly to take some quick profits off the table. At least me personally, that's what I would be doing. So a retest of the 9 EMA is usually where I'd be going out on those. Unless I'm buying a 9 EMA breakout, which is rare, but sometimes I do it. But usually if there's really big support below, and we've already kind of sold off to a critical zone, then I'll start looking for, breaks back above the 9 EMAs. Sometimes the first retest of the 9 EMA does break a little bit back above it before it continues selling off. So here, let's say it goes to like, I don't know, 710 or 715. 720 even, and then before it gets whacked down. So let's see if it does that. Maybe it's going to retest the second deviation here at like 30, 730 or so. Yeah, here it goes. This is kind of what we were just mentioning. And this is where I would expect it to maybe sell off. Maybe it's going to be the next candle though. So anyone that didn't get out over here is trying to get out now, right? Anyone that didn't get out in time before that, break below the 9 EMA is going to be trying to get out. Yeah, so that's what's going to cause a lot of the selling. Buyers are going to be weak because it's not a great setup, because it's a backside potential move. So so here we go for a potential second dip is what I would expect. Anything's always possible, right? But it's always good to have a plan in your mind. Always be thinking, what would I like to see for me to want to enter this? What would be a good potential play? In my eyes, this looks a bit like a bear flag now. So let's see where it goes. It's been a strong ticker though, so if it kept on going, I also wouldn't be super surprised, but it's not favorable, I think, at this point in time. Markets are so green today. NASDAQ up 2%. Love it. So our swing trade portfolio is probably doing pretty okay. If we go to our IRA swing trade portfolio, it's only up 600, so it's not that big of a deal. We had space being called out earlier. I'm going to keep ENTX up on my second screen. If we see a good dip trade, I might do it, but otherwise I'll most likely be done. SPCE, Chemouth just actually sold a bunch of SPCE. Not super optimistic about that. Had a great bounce here. I would have actually wanted to trade this bounce, but I didn't have funds available. We were talking about this move. I think it was earlier this week or maybe even last week. I don't remember. I'd be a little nervous. It's a dead cat bounce. I would wait for maybe the sell momentum to slow down a little bit. I think you'd have opportunity for another entry at 27. So I would be definitely more cautious before I jump in on SPCE. We've seen sell-offs like this in the past, though. I mean, this was like a 77% sell-off. Right now, we're actually just around the 40 mark here, 39%, 40%. So if we did a full sell-off on that magnitude, that would be, 77, around $13. I don't really see that happening again. But, we could dip below the 180-day simple moving average. And I think if we dip below the simple moving average, I would probably want to go long this ticker. Really depends, what kind of funds we have available. Right now, our swing trade portfolio is a little bit maxed out. But, XL, I'm waiting for this one to have maybe a move over 13 or so. And then I think I would maybe consider getting out of this one. It's actually quite depressing because we had such a good entry on XL. And then we were up here 30%. And then, now we're red again on XL. Here we goes, the IRA. We went long at 13.7. Okay, actually not, yeah, it was still pretty good. So somewhere here, 13.7. Yeah, we were up, okay, almost 30% exactly. Now, then we were down 30%, and right now we're down around 8%. I'm looking for a break over 13. We'll see how strong it is. Maybe it's going to be a pre-market move, but I wouldn't be surprised if I close this position. Right, we're long 171. So I'll put in a sell order in here in case I miss it. Make a day 17. No, this is 171. This is 1340 would be a really sweet exit. I'm not sure if we're going to see a move like that. Huge resistance around like 13.9. Epic move would be around 16 because we've had many retests at 16. So this would be, best move ever. I'll put an ideal exit order at 15, and then, most likely we're not going to get that entry exit, but we'll see if we can manage this position until then. I mean, there's definitely going to be some short covering. There probably was already a lot short covering here, up 36%. So, yeah, Velocity, no problem. Yeah, top review, we do. Check out the video description below for a bunch more FAQs. We also have the Foundation video series, also the Discord link down there as well. So everything you guys need to know is in the video description below. And also that first link really contains most of it. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to wrap the stream up at probably the next 4 or 5 minutes here. So let's keep looking. I probably won't do any more trading. So trade review today, we are down $139. It's okay. I think today's actually my first red day. I'm not actually totally sure, but we'll check it out. I don't know if I'm gonna do any more trading. I do kind of want to keep looking at ENTX a little bit, but I do have to stop the stream, unfortunately. But overall, if I do any trades, you guys will know tomorrow, or I could post in the Discord if you guys want. But so far this month we're up $7.4 thousand. So the fact that today's our first red day and we're giving back 139, it's not the end of the world. I was kind of hoping it would be a green day. Obviously, you always hope it's green day, but I did some sloppy trading today. But typically, if the market's not so hot, it's not doing what you want, then it's typically a good idea to wrap it up. So most likely we will wrap it up. But I do like dip trading, and ENTX, I've actually been doing better on this one on the backside. So if there was a one to wait for some good backside setups, to me possibly it could be ENTX. I'm always a little bit nervous trading after 10:30, higher chances of offerings and stuff like that. So most likely I will wrap up. But That's kind of what I was thinking this whole time. You know, like, oh, maybe if it gets on the backside, we're gonna start doing some trades on it. But I don't know. This ticker has a lot of energy, so you know, maybe we're gonna rip to all-time highs on this one. Who knows? Like what I'm seeing. ENTX is actually the ticker I'm up on the most. LGVN, we got stuck in that flush. Yeah, just across the board, just kind of sloppy trading. Today could have been a small green day, small red day. It was a scratch day for me, no matter what. So yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I think we did manage our risk. Luckily, on the bigger losses, I reduced my position size, but at the same time, some of our losses as well, we had the biggest position size, so that also kind of sucked. Like we had a few trades we lost on where I just happened to go in, with 15, sometimes even over 15,000, and all my winners I was using, like our average size. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll write you guys in the Discord if I keep trading. I'm really not sure if I will, but what I'm looking for is support on the way down. Obviously, bigger sell-offs, and just good clean entries. I mean, you guys know the drill. It's nothing really new. So 5-minute support definitely coming in here around 620. So yeah, we'll see what we get. DSCA being called out. DSCA. It's not popping up here on my chart. DSCA. All right, guys, then let's go ahead and wrap it up. If you guys do have more questions, just consider writing it in the Discord, because there's always somebody to check it out, and I'll be in there as well. All right, guys, then thanks for tuning in. Drop a like on the way out if you enjoyed the stream. I will see you guys then tomorrow, and peace out, guys. Peace.